So the big horses are here. Marty Fish, James Blake, Agassi, Ginepri, Taylor Dent. Gonzalez saves a couple.
Heating up here as well as the temperature rising, and Gonzalez already going to the towel, taking a lot of time between points. It's only 1-2 in the first set. Got it.
Now, Patrick, we've talked about this in the past. When it gets hotter, and you played the semi-final on this court, it gets quicker?
It gets a little quicker, yeah. The ball bounces a lot more. It's a rubberized surface here at the Australian Open, made up of old tires, actually. So when it does get hot, the ball, it's just like it springs off the court a lot more. Very different conditions from the day, even to the night here at the Australian Open.
Speaking about the other half of the draw, they're talking a lot about this man. He's become a huge hero. You know, there was a time when Mark Philippoussis was not very well thought of in Australia when he wasn't playing Davis Cup and was arguing with the Federation here at Tennis Australia. That's all changed because he helped him to a huge Davis Cup win, gets the final of Wimbledon. So legitimate contender, takes on Thomas Johansson.
Former winner here, Johansson, a couple years ago. That's the last tournament he has won. Missed most of last year with injuries.
Our big stories back home are, include this guy and Andre Agassi, but it's Philippoussis and Hewitt that light up the sports pages here, and they're both in good form.
Hewitt winning Sydney, the warm-up event just this past weekend, and he really looks to have gotten his confidence back.
Yep.
That win in the final against Carlos Moya after Moya got injured, and you heard the news from Chris Fowler. Moya's out. That's really sad. He went over on his ankle and is not playing. Moya's first big move in tennis here at the Australian Grand Slam, getting to the final a few years ago.
I mean, he's unworried by like tactics.
Oh, it's a tension there. It's the tension in the racket.
Yeah, that
Come
was
on. He's looking at his coach. Saying, come on, it's the tension.
He took a little off that one.
Yeah, love 30. Make the opponent play.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's
strategy.
Oh boy. It's just. Oh, there you go. Give it a nudge. He claims that when he was a little kid back in Chile, he used to go up to the club. That was 109-mile-an-hour forehand. He used to play the club with a bunch of old guys, he said, that just gave you nothing on the ball. And so he started swinging away just to speed things up a little bit.
Break point. And an ace. Nobody better in the stats department than saving break points against his serve than Andy Roddick. Another one. And another one saved. It's deuce.
Good recognition there by Roddick to get up to that short ball very quickly and make sure that he could catch that ball on its apex and have the easy winner. By the serve speed of the forehand of Gonzalez, Mary, Roddick a mere 112 on the Porsche radar gun.
Roddick holds, notwithstanding it's some trouble. That one down 2 break points on serve. 3-2 first set.
Was it 99? 99 against Vince Spadea,
who lost earlier today.
Thomas Enquist, the veteran Swede, taking out Spady in 4 sets.
Spady seeded 29.
Now here's where Gonzalez has to be careful. He had 2 break points the last game. Roddick, a couple of big serves, and Gonzalez starting to feel a little pressure.
Did you say he's got to be careful? This guy?
It's not in his vocabulary, is it?
Love
15-40. Roddick down in his serve in the last game. Now love 30 Gonzalez.
See if Roddick tries to hit a forehand Mach 10 at love 30 like Gonzalez did. He just puts it back in play and says thank you very much. Roddick saying to himself they're fighting off those first serves. Just get them back in play.
1 break point save, 2 to come. Double fault, and Andy Roddick is handed the breaker serve. 4-2.
Dupuis.
Love 15.
Marty Fish ended last year in the top 20, and he got him. He's trying to defend a lot of points here in Melbourne. He had a nice little run here last year.
Took out Carlos Moya.
That's right.
His way to a 3rd round loss.
Karlovic, by the way, had a nice little run at Wimbledon last year.
Sure did.
First round over Leighton Hewitt.
Just checking the stats on that match while we were up here, and Fish, as I said, rarely in trouble on serve, losing the 2 tie breaks, and then he actually had love 40 in Karlovic's opening serve game in that 3rd set and couldn't break. This is a shot that has to be working for Gonzalez with some consistency, because as you said, Mary, I agree with you. He can't afford to run around too much and try to hit forehands because he's just not quick enough.
No.
And that means that the backhand has to be working for him. Brad Gilbert, Roddick's coach, enjoying sunshine over there.
Andy Roddick, coached by Tariq Benabil, is an outstanding French coach that really developed his game so well. And then at the French Championships last year, that man took over. And Brad Gilbert has made a huge difference to his game. 5 titles.
Well, Gilbert really instilled a sense of confidence in Roddick, and a belief in his own game about the weapons that he possesses, and also a lot more calmness, during matches, just playing within himself more.
Those words that you hear from Roddick and those pieces that we try to humanize the players with beforehand, are they coming from Gilbert?
I think some of them are. I mean, certainly as far as his tactics go and his attitude and in practice, trying to get better every day. Yeah, I think a lot of that stuff does come from him. It's just a nasty serve right there, especially on this high bouncing surface.
5-2 Roddick. One break. First set. Melbourne. And folks frolicking there in very warm temperatures. 5-2, Andy Roddick in front.
Is that why you were late to that production meeting today, Cliff? You were out there hitting the surf? Was that you I saw out there? Gonzalez struggling with that serve, his fourth double. Oh, that's nice.
It's something that Gonzalez should use more of, because you brace yourself against this guy because of all of his power. You don't expect something like that. Obviously, it's not his go-to shot.
15.
Roddick showing his variety, coming in behind the second serve there.
Oh man, he's right on top of it, and that again blasting it at as hard as he can hit every ball. There are set points for Roddick.
And Roddick has just had to do very little. He saved those couple of break points on his own serve early, but since then he's just keeping the ball in play, not trying to do too much. He doesn't have to.
Andy Roddick is handed the first set. Couple of breaks of serve. Roddick will start the second set. We're live down under in Australia. Day one, the Australian Open. First slam of the year. Roddick in action. Roddick behind two breaks of serve, winning the first set, 6-2. Set two underway here shortly. Andy Roddick is the world's #1 player. Is it easy to get there or to stay there, Andy?
I think it'll be harder to stay there. I mean, with so many, all the guys that are kind of gunning for him are younger, and they're not going to go away anytime soon. Leighton's going to want to get his spot back for sure. I mean, I expect him to have a big year in 2004. Roger's ridiculously talented. I mean, he's probably the best player there is out there, as far as just natural ability and grace and doing everything well. Safin's going to want to come back. You have the young Argentinians. You have Ferrero still, so there's just, guy after guy after guy, and no one's over 23.
Tough competition in men's tennis at the top. Goes without saying, but they're young, these kids. Except for Andre, closing in on 34 years old. And the favorite here. With the bookies.
I'm a little surprised by that. I mean, because of the way these young guys have come up in the last year, Roddick, Federer, Ferrero. I mean, obviously Andre is still one of the favorites, but he's not my favorite. As for this tournament, you see Hewitt is the youngest ever to reach #1. Safin, who Roddick talked about, he's looked pretty good in a couple of warm-up tournaments. My brother John, Roddick, Borg, and Jim Courier, just 21 years old when he got to #1.
Agassi's only played this 7 times, and he's won it 4 times.
Yeah, he loves playing here.
I'm sure, he crunched those kind of numbers, and especially the way he won it so easily. That's the easiest major he ever won, was winning this last year.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind, Mary, that if he played here more often, he would have won this thing a few more times, because his service is perfect for him. But I just think that these younger guys now are gaining more confidence. They're getting better. Andre's still staying there. Surprised actually that Roddick hasn't hit a couple of second serves down the middle, because Gonzalez has consistently looked to run around that. We'll see if Roddick picks up on that.
Advantage, Roddick.
I think that's a very good play against this guy. Just go right into his body, because he takes such generous backswings. It takes him, you know, for him to unfurl his shots takes some effort. And he's not quick. It's hard for him to get out of his own way.
Game Roddick. First game, second set.
Roddick holds first game of the second. He won the first behind 2 breaks.
Really, all Roddick, as you look at the unforced errors, it's key in this one. The first serve percentage for Andy Roddick much better. He's got a more fluid motion.
So as you said, Patrick, Roddick had that one game where he was challenged on serve, but overcame those 2 break points, and everything else has been pretty easy for him.
Jan-Michael Gamble moving on as the Frenchman pulls out after 2 sets.
Just not sure there's another tournament in the world with as many injuries and pullouts than this.
No, and it's because of the surface.
It's because of what happens to this surface in the heat, for sure. So many ankle problems. When this rubberized surface gets too hot and tacky, it gets gummy. It's hard, and especially when you get it all tired, you're not moving well. You're going to stick to this court. That's one more reason why Andre Agassi has dominated, because he comes in so fit.
15.
Gamble, by the way, takes on the winner of Sebastian Grosjean and Mikhail Yuzny, the Russian, in the next round. Excuse me, Grosjean, a winner there. So it's Grosjean Gamble in the next round.
30-15.
Last time these two played was in Cincinnati 2 years ago. Andy Roddick in the quarterfinal going down to Gonzalez. Gonzalez had beaten Krajcek and Henman and Clement, and he got the first set against Leighton Hewitt in the semi-final before he went down.